Hey guys, what's going on? So today I'm going to tell you not the best gear set for etc, magic, physical, Sun Wukong, whatever. I'm going to tell you how you can go about figuring out this stuff on your own so you don't need a new video for every time something comes out. There's one very simple trick, and that is to learn from your superiors. This is what I've been doing. This is what you can do pretty easily. What you want to do is go into ranking and check them out. So if you have a magic main, then of course you want to go to a guy that is a magic type. I preferably go to might. Sometimes I check level as well, and then hero might, because they can be different people up there in different places. But for now, let's go to might. So most of these guys use a physical or a Sun Wukong as their main. So let's check out, first of all, Dr. Checo. He is rank 6. He is a Panzel, which is a magic type. Let's check him out. Let's check out his gear. It looks like he's rocking full sorcerer with war mage necklace and ring. Now what you want to do is check basically the stats on the stuff. Okay, so we have crit resist 10 here. Going down a bit, we have crit reduction, dodge, damage deflect. So this is a very defensive sort of helmet here. And then we have crit damage, crit rate, crit damage, damage bonus. So this is a pretty offensive bracer here. And then we can go to the staff, for example, and you just check all that stuff, and basically you can get a good idea about what the whole set's going to do for you. The staff, for example, is more on the offensive side, but not really. I mean, there's some fire damage, but I think all weapons are going to be not really one way or the other. There is a little bit of crit rate here, up there, and some more crit rate here. So of course you want to check several of the top guys. It's much easier, of course, if you're going to be a physical main, because most guys are physical. We can also check the Sun Wukongs, and they seem to be gravitating towards full magic. As you can see, this is all Atlantis on this side, and then we have War Mage necklace and ring. So we can already pretty much tell that the War Mage ring and necklace are maybe the best magical rings and necklace. Also, Dr. Maddie at rank 11 has the War Mage ring and necklace, and actually the same set almost, just that the bracers are sorcerer bracers and the staff is a War Mage staff. He also has Atlantis boots and Atlantis helm. So if you're a magic type, you want to probably try and stick with War Mage necklace and ring, because the top guys are using them. That must mean they're good, right? Of course, you don't just want to like see someone set up and copy them. You also want to look and see what's going on with it. So let's check. First of all, first cool thing is the base bonus here is a damage bonus, which is pretty powerful. So just the damage bonus here is really cool. But then you want to go out and check. So it has critical hit rate, more damage bonus, and then when you get to F9, you get damage reduction, plus 36%. Since I don't think almost anyone has Ref 9 ring and necklace yet, I guess these are still the best for plus 8. And then you can go further and keep checking. Here's T.A. 759 might, same, ring and necklace. So if you're a magic user, basically you're probably going to want to go for these. These guys you can basically use as your own research, because if the top guys here are going to be using a certain thing, then probably it's the best. We can also check this for physical. It's a lot easier for physical because most of the top guys are using physical heroes as a main. Here we have the Legend ring and necklace. Let's first check out that. Legend ring and necklace. Legend ring and necklace, legend ring and necklace. So yeah, and then we can also come to the conclusion that probably the legend ring and necklace is the best ring and necklace, this combo here. So finding out the ring and necklace is pretty easy. Actually, Celtic is one of the only ones that has plus 9 ring and necklace. That's pretty impressive. Not sure how that really worked out, considering how many you damn need. But as you can see, tons of crit damage plus 96. I was always wearing the legend ring and necklace because I always knew it was an awesome necklace and ring anyway. Halfway because I was checking out the top guys, and the other half was because looking at them myself and seeing what they were offering. So and then we come to these four, the helmet, bracers, weapon, and boots. And then you check out that as well. First of all, you can check just to see if everyone pretty much has the same setup here. Warlord. So it looks like full Warlord on the other side for the number 1 ranking player here, Celtic. Same. Full Warlord over here. DR Papa changes it up a bit. He has Legend, Ares, Legend, Warlord. So of course what you want to do is check out the differences. You have Legend Helm here, crit resist plus 10. You get some damage bonus, some crit damage. The bracers have more crit damage here. damage bonus, more crit damage, crit rate. So this was actually the set I was using for a long time, a very offensive set, does tons of damage. Let's check out what the difference is when you have full Warlord on this side though. So you have some crit rate on the helmet, damage reduction, crit reduction. So the helmet is definitely more a defensive helmet. You have dodge plus 16% here. Let's check out the Warlord Bracers, crit reduction, more defense, bit of damage bonus, crit damage, critical hit rate. So this is more of an offensive bracer. Let's check out the Warlord Axe. And the reason this axe is used, or this physical weapon is used, it may be only because of the freezing damage and the fact you may be able to freeze your opponent, which is pretty powerful because there's not much else on it except some defensive stats, crit reduction, crit resist, and a bit more crit resist on the base. And then we come to Warlord Boots, which has 20% crit damage at the base. And then more crit damage, critical hit rate, damage bonus, so a very offensive boot. So overall, it could be all these four are together for the crit reduction bonus here, or it could just be a very balanced set. It is still very offensive due to the ring and necklace, and the bracers and the boots make it a pretty offensive set, and then the weapon and the helm. The weapon may just be for the freezing, and then the helm may just to get the plus 30% more crit reduction. You always have to look at the sets yourself, make your own decisions. You can't just go off what other people are wearing immediately. You have to look into it and see if it's something you'd like. So this set, for example, I think is pretty good. It is very offensive still, but also has some defense to it as well. Looking at Anura's son Wukong here, he has the full Atlantis set with War Mage, ring and necklace. Let's check that out. So we already know about War Mage, ring and necklace. They're pretty offensive as well, like the Legend ring and necklace. They have a lot of damage bonus, critical hit rate, and critical hit damage on the necklace, I believe. Yeah, we have 96% crit damage there. But why does he have the full Atlantis set over here? Let's check it out. We have 10% crit rate there, a lot of damage reduction, crit reduction, and dodge, which is interesting. So this is definitely a defensive helmet. We have crit reduction on the base of the bracers, a good amount of crit damage, a good amount of critical hit rate, some accuracy to combat any dodge you may face. So this is a pretty offensive bracer, not as offensive as some other bracers, but it is still mostly offensive. And then we come to the weapon. Let's check that out. So we have crit resist up there at base, crit reduction and crit resist, so a defensive weapon, but also there's spike damage. I'm actually not familiar with spike damage and what exactly it's doing, so I'm not too sure. It might just be like damage over time sort of stuff, or just a quick little jolt of damage. I'm not sure, but this may be a reason that he was using this Atlantis. You know, your weapon, actually its most important attribute is what it's really doing, because the stats is mostly going to be the element of damage and then a few other stats in here, but these don't really matter all that much. It's mostly going to be what the weapon is specialized for. This is spike damage, the Warlord Axe or whatever it's called is for freezing damage, etc. And then the boots, we have crit damage on the boots, crit rate, crit damage, damage bonus, and then a ton of crit reduction at 128 at ref 9. So even though it does have damage bonus and crit damage and crit rate, it's still actually pretty balanced because of this ref 9 crit reduction. So overall, Atlantis is kind of a balanced set. There is a lot of defense in there, but also some offensive. And with the War Mage ring and necklace, it makes it slightly more offensive. So again, it seems to be that the sets are favored towards mostly offensive with a bit of defense as well. And then we can see this set here, which is the same as Celtic Hopes. But so yeah, that's basically what you want to do. Okay, so if you're maining a magic hero, go to your rankings, find the top magic guys, look at their sets, analyze their sets, see if it's something you would want. You don't need a specific guide for each type of set, you know? I mean, until there starts to be more popular special sets like dodge sets and stuff like there was in Taichi Panda 1. But even in Taichi Panda 1, this is what I did. I looked at my peers, I looked at my superiors, I looked at the people that were stronger than me and knew more about the game than I did, and I made my decisions based off of that. Not necessarily just copying them, because obviously if they're using this set, then it must be good and I'm going to use that. You also have to look at what it's doing and stuff, you know? But yeah, that is pretty much all I wanted to say. People in your server obviously may be different. There may be mostly magical and you're a physical, and vice versa. It could be like that. But there should always be someone near the top 10, or at the very least the top 20, which is using a magic or physical main. So yeah, check them out, but you have to make your own decisions as well. But I've said that already enough, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up now. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like down below. Thanks as always for watching, and until next time.